I'm a buddy what's happening with you, what's happening with you, what's happening with you. Okay, so that's how I am. So what's happening, Hub? What's happening? Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Champagne Urbana? I appreciate you. Appreciate you jumping on this live. We got a couple followers with us, man. I just wanted to come in and just say, what's up, man? My buddy, I talked to him on the phone. He said, man, I'm close to the office. I said, pop on through, man. That's my buddy Hub. He popped on through. Hub, bless that mic.
Hey, just another day that the Lord has kept us, and we are alive. And as long as you got breath in your lungs and blood in your veins, you got a chance.
Yeah. So that's what's up, man. I know you've been all across the place, making your audio match your video. So you say you deal with young folks, and you went out there to see one of your young folks out in Colorado,
Yeah.
and that was a blessing. You told me a lot about what went on out there, man. But just kind of recapping with you, man.
Yeah, they just need to know that we care, man.
Yeah.
They need to know that we care, and we got to be solution oriented.
Right.
I told a guy, he probably 30 years old, and real good guy, basketball coach, going through some things. I said, man, call me. I'm the answer guy. Whatever you need, call me. I got the answer. If I don't got the answer, I'm gonna find the answer. I'm the answer guy.
Right.
We got to be the answer guy.
Okay.
People preaching upstairs and living in the basement, talking all that, phony kicking and all that, man. Life's too short. Be an answer.
And so many times, man, we working on it. I mean, you popped in on the studio, you see what we trying to do down
Yes, sir.
here.
Yes, sir.
We got an instructor in the back. What are you back there doing?
Yeah, teaching one of the kids who finna take Texas by storm. Oh, I'm so glad. I was just glad to know that he's moving to Texas. We kind of differ on that. You said, man, they can make it right here. I said, man, go see something else. But the main thing is that we have to breathe on them.
Yeah.
And direct them. And even our mistakes, a lot of the stuff that I help people is mistakes that I've made.
Yeah.
And I ain't ashamed to say I made them. I'm not embarrassed to share them with them, because I understand that God allowed me to come through those mistakes to make sure somebody else don't have to make them. So our experience can be their education.
And that's what's supposed to happen. I mean, we call it a community work learned experience. And so, but a lot of times, like you said, use the word shame. A lot of times we're ashamed that we went through some things we went through, but in the Bible, we call it a testimony.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you overcome by your test and your testimony, and then you help somebody else by the testimony that you've been through. So, I acknowledge you to, or admonish you to, share some stuff with some young folks. Let them know that they're not the only one that's going through right now. I just came down Madison Street, and they got a digital billboard sign that said, be easy on people. Basically, it was saying, be easy on people, because everybody going through.
Man, everybody. Let me tell you something. They was making fun of it because the guy from the Warriors choked the dude last night in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at it from a spiritual standpoint, and the game hadn't been going on but a minute and a half for all hell broke loose.
Mm-hmm.
So as a referee for 30 years, I know that as a game gets going, tension flares. So the fourth quarter, everybody on 10. But at the beginning of the game, something was wrong with dude before the game.
Yeah, I mean,
he been arguing with his wife. He found some cocaine, and something happened, because that happened too quick.
I mean, all kind of stuff could have happened. I mean, he could have got bad news about his contract.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Your money get funny.
Yes, sir.
Your head get messed up.
Yeah. So I mean, I was just agreeing with you that everybody going through something. They got all that money in the league, and I did want to say this: your test is your testimony, your message, and your ministry is your misery, and your pain is your power.
Yeah.
Everything is used. You can flip everything into positive for God to get the glory.
You know, we won't be before you long because I don't like to waste nobody's time during the day. So we want to definitely make sure we bring some value to you. So please listen up. I mean, you know, we back to studying. We had class on yesterday morning and we had class on Monday. And what we're looking at is the forecast. We forecast in the future. We're looking at the market. We're looking at economy. And I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning reading articles of what's going on, you know, AI, artificial intelligence. And man, we ran across some alarming information that 80% of the workforce is going to be utilized by robots.
Man, I just
by
seen
the year
that.
2040. You know, you got Burger King laying off 20,000, 30,000 workers because they're going to go digital automation. You know, I mean, and for us and our people and my people, you know, I want us to be able to be aware. You know, and my instructor get on me all the time. Be like, you got this kind heart. You want to save everybody. I mean, we military guys, and I guess I kind of developed that first of all from being from Champaign and being in the trenches and seeing things go on over the years. But that military experience with not leaving a soldier behind, not leaving nobody behind. You know, I don't like to see people go through. I don't like to see, you know, people hurting, those type of things. I want to be the problem solver to that. And so, so I try to warn you what I read. If I read something, you know, I didn't make it in an organization a prominent organization back in the day because the organization was built around secrets and those type of things. And we know the type of organizations, you know, that is. And I fell back because I felt as though if you know something, say something. You know, and I just went through that with the women's group last night because a lot of them not getting proper justice for their loved ones because it's too many people that saw something and ain't saying nothing. And so, you know, and I'm trying to explain to them and interpret to them that, you know, I mean, we got to care. And a lot of times we don't care until it's us going through, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so
when it's their kids, you want justice. When it's your kids, you want mercy.
Yeah. And so, I mean, and it's hard for them folks, you know what I'm saying? Every day knowing that somebody's walking around breathing and doing the things that we all get a chance to do, and knowing that they did committed this type of heinous crime on their loved ones, you know. And so, but we're not going to be before you long. I want to pop in. Brother Hub, man, I am running for Champaign County Coroner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And so I thank the Lord for anybody that's seen the petition, signed the petitions, allowing me an opportunity to serve the community at a larger, different capacity. I think I can bring a lot of value to that office as Champaign County Coroner here in Champaign. I think I can address some issues. I think I got the ability to see around the corner, and I see where that position in that office can help us in an array of different areas that have not been touched. First of all, the first untouched place has never been African American coroner in the history of Champaign County. There's never been a history of a deputy coroner and Black or brown, so Latinos, Asians. You know, I mean, it's never been one.
It's time.
So I mean, so that's that's we can just park right there for a minute and marinate on that. In 2023, nobody's ever been in that position. So I mean,
and we calling for some guys and girls that ain't never voted. Straight up, me and Sean has already talked. We finna go to the hood and we gonna schedule some sit downs, maybe at Neal Street or some with some of the generals out there. And we got to mobilize the community to get this done, period.
I mean, you know, over the years, people have asked me to run for government offices and political offices, and I've always pushed everybody up through the barbershop experience, whatever. You know, we put people to be senators and treasurers and, you know, and presidents and, you know, all kinds of different stuff that they came through it and catapulted off of my relationships, you know. And so, I mean, now it's an area of my expertise, you know, something that I do on a regular day basis. So we both were sitting at a table for the last 30 minutes doing different stuff in our area of expertise. You doing dispatching and trucking and all of this other stuff, trying to get somebody moving. I'm dealing with families, talking to funeral homes across the country, you know, so I understand that area of expertise. And so the concerns that we have in the African American community, first thing is trust. You know, first thing is trust. And we have never trusted those systems, and we never knew how to maximize the ability to use those systems in a benefit that benefits us.
What I like about it is the community, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity community is getting a great bang for their buck. The corner is 10%, but 90% of who you are, you're gonna bring the whole community, the U of I, Champaign, Urbana, Rantoul, you're gonna bring the whole community together because of the relationships you have in all different spaces. You got to respect other people, from the crack house to the White House.
You know,
So that's what I'm excited about.
you know, one of the things, I mean, I talked to some officials and I talked to different people, you know, and I'm not knocking our past corn. You know, he did what he did. People are people and people who they are, you know what I'm saying? So I don't get mad at folks for being who they are, you know what I'm saying? But with him resigning, giving me this opportunity, Tom Henderson, great man. I remember doing a funeral at the Old Love Corner, an older white gentleman, and I was just getting the funeral home business, and he came up, he said, "Hey man, my name's Tom Henderson." He said, "Man, if you need any help, I'm here to help you." He's a funeral director. And I said, "Man, nice to meet you, Tom." I talked to him further that week, and the rest was history. He started coming to the barber shop, and he was at 80. Tom was about 80 years old then. He started coming to the barber shop 2, 3, 4 times a week. He met all the guys in the hood. He was a military veteran. He started working for me in the funeral home business. He worked for me for 5 years, but he was coroner for 9 years. So he's telling me all about the coroner's office, and we go over there to the coroner's office and all of those things. So, you know, understanding that role of coroner, you know, it was that seed that was planted there. But the second thing, you know, as I've been talking to different officials, and I've been a part of almost all these meetings, and I was there for free. I'm balls of my day. I'm there for free. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm concerned, you know, for our community and trying to find out, you know, what's going on at these tables. And so, but our coroner never was in those positions. So when we had gun violence, when we had Keywan, when we had, you know, different stuff going on in the community, we never seen that guy. You know what I'm saying? And so in order to be able to be effective in the community, you have to have your pulse on the city and your pulse on the county to be able to address certain issues and not just repetitively see this stuff go on. So when we see the epidemic of heroin deaths or fentanyl deaths, right? I mean, that alarmed me even in the funeral home business. Because once I start seeing all the homies, I'm like, bro, this like the 7th case. You know, in the last month, for me, I'm saying to myself, bro, we need to be informing the community that something's out there that's not right.
Well, that's what I mean when I say you don't connect the dots.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because something ain't right. Once we start looking at it, because I always tell my people this, and I want you to repeat this, I want you to repeat it in your head. If you don't have somebody advocating at the table for you, you're probably on the menu. You're probably on the menu. And and when I ran into a young lady today at the gym, and she said, I said, are you a registered voter in Champaign County? She said, no. I said, well, why aren't you registered to vote? She said, you know, I just don't, you know, I probably because of lack of education. And I said, no, you're educated. I said, you're educated because you understand that you're not a voter. I said, and then she said, well, you know, probably because I just don't understand politics. And I said, you know, young lady, you can get registered to vote. Just go to Champaign County Clerk's office or go online to Champaign County Clerk and you go see a tab that say register to vote. And then the second thing is start understanding the political game. Understand the people that govern your life every day. Because these are the people that set policies. And a lot of times we're on the other side of the table, like my young man Dominique did yesterday and different things, not understanding the dynamics of what's going on. And then you on the back end of it. And then you're reactive now instead of proactive. Proactive would be being a part of the process. A lot of times we wait till they already then came up with a decision, then we mad about the decision. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be on the front end of things and be in positions.
That's right.
And so what I've been telling my young ladies that lost their kids to gun violence is this. What we want to start doing is the legacy building. And legacy building goes with the kids that you have now. We turn those young kids' minds onto a mindset, because the best way to get revenge is mad success.
Yes, sir.
And so with mad success, we create now doctors and lawyers and judges and political folk that's going to change the future and outcome of our community. So now we start empowering them kids to say, you know what, I'm gonna have mad success behind this mishap. And then they go off and they be successful in the whole community proud. Hey, I'm gonna get mad success because now I'm gonna be the park district commissioner. Now we can have our tournaments and everything that because you gotta have somebody that understands you.
That's it.
If you ain't got nobody that understands you or don't even care, then we get what we get. And so, so what I encourage you to do, man, is get out there, man, register to vote. We got some major things that we're going to be doing within the community to try to get folks registered to vote.
Thinking out the box.
Yeah, I mean, your program, the hood, take care of the hood, you know, but also talk to the larger base of the community for me. You know, get with some of these folks that, you know, from Muhammad to Lono, Philo, Fisher, you know what I'm saying? Some of these other folks that you run into it every day and say, hey, man, I know this guy, a good guy. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, the rest gonna speak for itself because I already know God got me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. So bless that mic one more time.
Yeah, we appreciate you all getting involved in this voting process, and we gotta do something different. If you want different results, you gotta do something different.
Yeah.
And so Brother Sean for Corner is doing something different.
Yeah.
And it's gonna connect the dots of the entire community.
Well, man, I sure appreciate it. I thank the Lord for just being a child that got his own. You know, we can turn on the mics at our own radio station, pop it on whenever we want to, and be able to do what we're doing right now, doing what we're doing right now throughout the day. So continue to just bless and bless each other, and continue to pray for all of our community and the families that's going through, you know, and the folks that have lost loved ones. Just continue to pray for them. Love on somebody today. And I always remember what the sign said. Be patient with people because everybody's going through. Be patient with people. And what I would tell folks is, man, get back during this holiday season that we're about to have. Man, apologize and let's get our families back. Let's love on each other and get our families back, man, because together we're stronger. So I love you guys, man. I'm out. Appreciate you guys, and we out of here.
Peace.